Okay, alright, good evening. Where do I begin with this commentary on Dennis Rodman? Now, I don't know a whole lot about him, but I'll just do the best I can to give you my observations. Now, what I want to say is that I read this story about him on ESPN, about him trying to get together with his kids. And of course, he used to have been divorced for some time. He hasn't seen his kids at all for a long time. He's seen his mother and father. Of course, when he was younger, he got kicked out of his mother's house and lived out on the streets, which was, I would have bet, been very painful for him. Let's just say off the court, his life wasn't that great. But on the court, he really thrived. He played for the Detroit Pistons and won some championships. And then he got traded to San Antonio and played with that team for a while with the likes of David Robinson. And maybe in some cases Tim Duncan, but he played with David Robinson more so than Tim Duncan. Then he joined the Chicago Bulls with Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and others, and Phil Jackson, the coach. And apparently, he won some championships with them. And then, I guess, the momentum died for him. And he was forced to, I don't know what happened throughout his career to cause him to behave like he did, the way he is now. But he's had a rough life at the beginning, and maybe at the end of his NBA career he's had a rough life. He was divorced again, and maybe he went broke or something. And he apparently, he didn't do drugs, but he drank a lot. And hopefully I can watch this interview on ESPN, either on television or on YouTube if it's streamed. Find out what his life is like today. But the funny thing is, he interacted with the North Korean president and some other things. He got into wrestling too when he was I think WCW teamed up with Hulk Hogan, and I think he wrestled Macho Man and lost. The late Macho Man Randy Savage, and lost that match. But I have to find his video and watch it. Find out what he's like today. He seems like a very complex and unusual character. I could be wrong in my observations, but that's what I'm talking about on this commentary, which is all for now.